Where now? To Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, the leadership of the church, the family, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, amoso nukwe uru, okwe uru. God is good all the times. That is his nature. Now, as I stand here, you can see I've been escorted by great women of Kenya. I'm sure they were introduced earlier on, and therefore I don't need to introduce them again. But I'm happy. Today, we've come to celebrate life. We've come to celebrate the life of Mama Phoebe Asiyo. Mama Phoebe Asiyo is somebody who is known and who was loved by most of us. Maybe I say all of us. When I was young, mineka urukwe matin. Wabro wacho katagidholuo buro winjo bende. As we were growing up, we used to look up to Mama Phoebe Asiyo. And we used to say that when I grow up, I would like to be like Mama Phoebe Asiyo. Now, some of us are grown up now, but I don't know whether we are like her or not. Mama Phoebe Asiyo was an icon. Mama Phoebe Asiyo was a role model. Mama Phoebe Asiyo was the first in many fields. We learned a lot from Mama Phoebe Asiyo. I know everybody has got something to say, personal relation with Mama Phoebe. Let me just tell you something. At the event of multi-party in 1991, 92, I had not met Mama Phoebe Asiyo personally, though I was a great admirer of Mama Phoebe. And one time, you know, that's the time when things happen. So many things were happening. For those who don't know, I became jobless, and I decided to go and work in the office of the opposition leader, and the opposition leader at that time was none other than my father-in-law, Jaramogi Odinga. So as I was working as an office manager and everything in that office, one day he called me around 10:30, and he told me, "Can you go and get for me Nyagoro? I want to have lunch today with Nyagoro." Now, Nyagoro is another name for Mama Phoebe Asiyo. I had no idea who was Nyagoro. I kept on asking people, who is Nyagoro? And Mzee wants me to bring Nyagoro here in 2 hours' time. When I went round, there was one confidant of Jaramogi called Luko Bok, told me that is Phoebe Asiyo. Then I said, where on earth would I find Phoebe? He gave me the number, and I called Phoebe, and Phoebe came, and that was the first time I met Phoebe, and that was the beginning of my relationship with Phoebe. It was a great meeting. At that time, Phoebe was doing many things, but I took Phoebe as my personal mentor. And anything that I was doing, I would consult with Mama Phoebe. And one of the things that we did, I was advised at that particular time that I should start women organizations, because you know that's the time, sorry to say this, that's the time I was in many problems. I was a teacher, I asked the NAT to help me to sort out my problems. NAT said that is political, we cannot help you. I went to Maendeleo ya Wanawake, and suddenly Maendeleo ya Wanawake had become KANU Maendeleo ya Wanawake, so they could not help me. But I was advised by none other than Professor Nyang' Nyong'o, who we have just been here, to start an organization that represents women in Kenya from all spheres and all political parties. And we started the League of Kenya Women Voters. And Mama Phoebe Asiyo was the advisor. And you know, for the first time, in the election that was carried out in 1992, had many women. All those women had passed through the League of Kenya Women Voters. And that's how it opened the work. Now, in 1995, there was the Beijing conference, which brought about the one-third gender rule. Many people did not understand what it was all about. And still, today, we, the women of Kenya, we are still working towards the one-third gender rule. I think the only county that has reached that level is Homa Bay County, which has 50% leadership in politics. Now, having said that, we did many things with Mama Phoebe. There was a time when Mama Phoebe asked me that her son, Caesar, wanted to marry, and asked me to mobilize women so that we go to Kabarnet to ask for Connie's hand to marry Caesar. And I collected many women. I think out here, what I can see here, I think it's only Ivo Bara who was with us. There were many others. There was Felgono Kundi. There was Felgona Momani. There were many others. And we went there and we sweet-talked the people of Kabarnet. It also happened that I was born in Kabarnet, so it was easy to talk to my people in Kabarnet to allow us. I'm being told it's almost time. So we did that. Mama Phoebe's story cannot be told in a day. Jothurwa. Sigan Mama Phoebe bor. To wabro romo chieng moro. Wabro romo. Mondo aywag Mama Phoebe di maber. Mondo aywage maber. Mondo awach weche duto mwadwa wacho. Mondo anene kwa nyalo bedo. Nwa nyalo follow. Wanyalo luwo bang Mama Phoebe maber. Mondo anene kwa nyalo medo. Joma mine etelo mar piny ni. Aneno kuyiego erokamano. Koro kwatieko. Alama mana Nyasaye mondo ket chuny Mama Phoebe kama ber e polo malo nyaka chieng' moro wadwom kode nikech thought is a must. Ok wanyal stope. Gima tin go erokamano kuom biro mondo akaw nya goro ka wuodhe mogik e pinyni. Erokamano mad Nyasaye gwedhu. We finished, eh?
Aya, erokamano ahinya min piny. Thank you so much. Wapamne min piny kodok. Asante sana. Your Excellency, I would now like to hand over the program as I invite another of our very own sons ambao tumekuwa na yeye hapa ndani ya ODM, tumetembea pamoja, our Prime Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi. Warua kuru jatelo.
Asante sana Governor Gladys Wanga. Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto, ndugu yetu mkubwa the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Ward Mary, Mama Aida Odinga, viongozi wote, governors, wajumbe, waombolezaji. Ujumbe wangu wa kwanza, Mheshimiwa Rais, utaenda kwa familia na jamii ya Mama Phoebe Asiyo, wakiongozwa na rafiki yetu Asiyo. Kwa niaba yangu binafsi na kwa niaba ya mke wangu Tesi, natoa rambirambi za kiroho kabisa kwa familia yote kwa jumla ya Mama Phoebe Asiyo. Yangu yatakuwa machache sana kwa sababu nataka tupate nafasi tusikize viongozi wetu ambao wako hapa. Lakini nitaomba ruhusa niseme tu mawili, Mheshimiwa Rais. Kwanza, nataka nizungumze kuhusu broad-based government. Kabla sijamshukuru Mheshimiwa Raila kwa msimamo wake na wewe, nataka niseme hivi. The broad-based government is not about self-preservation of leaders. The broad-based government is about preservation of the state, preservation of the nation. It's about preserving peace. It's about preserving stability. It's about preserving equity. It's about preserving and creating stable institutions which shall be inherited by our children and our children's children. Tunasema hivyo kwa sababu watu wengi wanajaribu kutupa matope kwa uhusiano wa Mheshimiwa William Ruto na Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Mimi nataka niwaambie, hata wakijaribu, hawa viongozi wetu wawili wameonyesha kwamba taifa na usalama wa taifa unashinda tamaa yote nyingine ya ulimwengu. Kwa hivyo ningependa tu kusema kwamba sisi tunaungana kabisa kwa sababu tunataka Kenya inawiri. Tunataka Kenya iwe na amani. Tunataka uchumi wetu upanuke zaidi. Na ndio kwa sababu sisi tuko kwa huo msimamo wa kusema tunataka broad-based government na tunataka inclusivity katika taifa letu. Ukiona mtu anatembea kule, anauza ukabila mpaka hata wenyeji wake wanaanza kumwambia tumechoka, basi ujue sasa huyo jamaa siasa yake duni imeanza kufika ukingoni. Jambo langu la pili, Mheshimiwa Rais, ni kusema tu kwamba uamuzi ambao umeonekana kwa kidete chako leo kuteua mechanism ama kuunda jopo ambalo litasaidia kuangazia na kusaidia wale kwa bahati mbaya waliuawa ama walipoteza maisha yao katika harakati za kama ni maandamano kwa sababu ya mambo ya katiba. Ni vizuri sana